Thank you, Dirk, and thank you for all your team for invite me for this presentation. I'm going to talk about the incorporation of the tourism observatories into the public policy here in Mexico. I would like to start maybe making a question about what is an observatory. And I think all the persons that are in the place, in the room here in Madrid, have an concept to what do you think about an observatory is, but what an observatory about tourism is here in the place that we are working now. Here in Mexico, we search some definitions about the theme, and we find that all the definitions are in the same line, like to manage both scientific information, analysis, and for public and private organizations, for decisions, and all the observatories are based upon solid scientific foundation. And we find some another examples, like the Croatia Sustainable Tourism Observatory talks about the global commitment and public policies. I mark some words that I think are making the concept about what an tourism observatory is. Like Bogota in Colombia is for making this decision making. Compilation of analysis tool, its information, and Italy talks about the information, about planning, about communication. All these definitions concentrate the meaning of the same thing: information, planning, decision making, and public policies. And then we are talking about information. And here in Mexico, we have the Sustainable Tourism Observatory of Guanajuato. I think you know because Iliana is there, and they have an own definition about its observatory, and it is a space of technical, intersectoral, and interdisciplinary analysis, and they are monitoring, measuring, and verifying the evolution of the tourism sector in the state of Guanajuato, and the same concept: monitoring, measuring, and verifying the evolution. And we have the World Tourism Organization that they have the international network of sustainable tourism observatories, and we have 18 observatories about in all the world. And Mexico, we have just one, the Observatory of Guanajuato. You know, maybe these definitions that I am talking about, but the same things: systematic application with monitoring and evaluation and information management techniques, and systematic timeline and regular monitoring of tourism performance and impact. It's the same thing. It's about information, about policy, public, and all these concepts. But we have one thing: the lack of reliable data at the destination level continues to be one of the major challenges, because we need to work together with the producers of the information that we need in the observatories. And we have here in the Mexico. In Mexico, we have the Atlas Turístico from Mexico and the Data Tour. And we think these platforms, these technologies are observatories, because we have data, we have information, and we have knowledge. But we just publish information that other institutions make, and we put in this platform, in this technology, in this website to all the public about the tourism. And I think, no, these two technologies are no observatory, because we make for the only for all the persons that they need the information, and we don't have that that concept about the observatories. But like the makers of the policy public, we have the national system of statistical and geographical information that INEGI is the responsible here in Mexico. And we think we have the system members are the National Consultative Council, the National Subsystem of Information, and INEGI, that is the institution that make the statistics here in Mexico. That persons, that group of institutions are the SNIEG. The National System of the Statistical and Geographical Tourism Information, we have this figure here in Mexico, and we work together with the National Statistics and Geographic Institute. And we are now working for the tourism law aligned to the SNIEG law, with a consultative council for its governance. We are leading technology for efficient management of information. We are trained personnel at the federal and state level, and we are established procedures for the generation, processing, analysis, and spreading of statistical and geographical information. We are working on this new concept with the National Institute of Statistics here in Mexico, but we have the national system, and we have the observatories. But what is first? What is the origin of the things? The chicken or the egg? No, the observatories or the system. And we are convinced that the origin of the things is the system, and we have to align the observatories here in Mexico. Too many other countries, too many other states, sorry, here in Mexico, want an observatory about tourism, but they have one way, another one way, and we in the federal government have to be the person, the main institute that have the main way. And we have to make procedures, we have to make legal basis, we have to make the technologies and methodologies inside the national system. And we have now working in the legal basis. We think that the legal basis are the first of this new change. And we have now working on procedures. We have working on formal communication channels and methodology, and in the top, the technology. Because the soul of this system is the information, and the persons, the institutions that we have the information and we produce information. But the work here, and with this concept I finished, we are working here in Mexico, and that's the main idea, to align all the observatories in our country about the same public policy. Thank you.